here for Queen & Co. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today I have another fun kit to share with you. We're using the Queen & Co. Love Letter Kit. This kit has 8 steel dies, a 3x4 stamp set that coordinates with the love theme. It also comes with 12 foam shakers. And then also the acetates to go with the shakers. So let's take a look at what's in here. It tells you what you can create with it. I think it's so cute. You have a typewriter. You also have a little heart. And of course the love letter. And then you also have a heart with an arrow through it. This is your stamp set. This is a quality photopolymer stamp set that is all about love themes, hugs and kisses, and it goes perfectly with the dies. To create the typewriter, it's very easy. I'll show you how to do that in today's project. These are your foam shapes along with the acetate. And for pattern papers, I'm bringing in the PS I Love You 6x6 matte stack. And we're going to pick out some fun pattern papers to create our card today. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so today we're going to make some fun shaker cards. I'm also going to bring in some toppings, and these are super fun and super shiny, kind of look like jewels. I'm not sure which one I'll use today, but we'll pick out some toppings to go on our shaker. I'm going to go ahead and pick out some pattern papers and I'll be right back. I picked out these 3 pattern papers for our first card project. We're going to be also using the Foundation 3 die set. I love these 3, and this actually makes a great frame. So we're going to take these 2 rectangles, and I want to create a frame here with the teal colored paper. Also, while we're die cutting, we're going to create 2 envelopes today. So we'll take our envelope die. I'll die cut out one with the red paper, one with the pink. And then I do want to add some flower accents. So the Foundation 9 set is perfect for adding extra details to your card project. I love the clouds in here and the florals. This is, you get all of these in the Foundation 9 die set. I'm going to use, let's see. For my first card, I'm going to use this flower here. To me, this looks like a daisy, and I want to die cut this out with some white cardstock. I'll die cut out 3 of these. And then for my leaves, I'm going to take this leaf flourish. And since there's no green in our pattern paper, I'm going to bring in a piece of green cardstock. And I'm going to die cut out a couple of these leaves with green. And then I'll also take the same leaf die and using a piece of vellum, I'm going to die cut that out with some vellum too. I have everything die cut out, and before we layer anything together, I think we're going to stamp our sentiment. So I'm going to bring in my stamping positioner. I'm going to stamp both of my greetings at the same time in our stamp set. I'm going to stamp Sending a Little Love Your Way, and I'm also going to stamp a love letter for you. The love letter for you will go for our next card. So I already put them in my stamping positioner. We're going to add some black ink. Whoops, I think my paper shifted. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my greeting. And then I'm going to use my paper trimmer. And for my first card, I'm going to cut out a love letter for you. But with my second sentiment, I'm going to stamp now both of my greetings are done. I will go ahead and block off a love letter for you for my next card. And then for this card, Sending a Little Love Your Way, I thought we would cut in 2 different parts. Since we're going to make 2 different envelopes, cutting the greeting in half would be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with my paper trimmer. So we'll put this greeting for our next card, and then I have Sending a Little Love Your Way cut right in half. Okay, we're going to start with our background. I have my card base here. It's an A2 card base. My frame looks a little wonky only because I put foam tape behind it. What we're going to do is just remove some release paper. And then I'm going to center this on the front of my card base. I'm going to take the inside piece, I put adhesive behind it, and we're just going to tack this down. Okay, now I did create a background for my shaker. And what we're going to do is flip-flop the colors. So the pink will have the red will have the pink. Let's go ahead and take out our foam, and we'll take out our acetate also. I didn't mention this, but we actually get 12. So there are 3 of each foam. So you can create 12 cards, which is really nice. I went ahead and punched out one of my love letters. One of them we're just going to keep flat. The other one we're going to create a shaker with. We're going to add our acetate. Let's see, I know I want to use these toppings, and I think they'll look better in here. So this one's going to go on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and use my tape runner, and I'm going to stack this right on the top. And then using the negative piece, I'm going to add this behind my letter here. So this is going to be the same height. Okay, I'm going to add some adhesive behind my background, and I'm still layering this on top even though it's not glued down. I'm just using the top for a reference, and I'm going to place this on the inside of my card where I want this shaker to go. And then I'll remove this, and then I can place my shaker foam right over the top. I'm going to remove the release paper from my foam, and then we're going to fill it with some of these beautiful jewels. These are on the larger side, but aren't they so pretty? Okay, I'm going to add my acetate right over the top. I'm going to tack this down, and then I'm going to use my tape runner, and we're going to add some adhesive behind our envelope. And we will go ahead and tack this right over the top. We're going to go ahead and tack this down where we want this to go. The nice thing about the foam that's included in these kits, it's very forgiving, and so if you want to reposition it, that's the nice thing, you can. And I'm going to have these overlapping. And if we wanted to make this into a shaker, you very well could also. Okay, let's add our flowers. We have some leftover foam pieces. I'm just going to trim them into some small squares and put them behind our flowers. And then I have the vellum pieces. I'm going to add the leaves. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. And then we're going to do a little tucking with them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my greeting. Since we have a lot of dimension with our shaker, I'm not going to add any foam tape behind these. But I'm going to add one to the bottom. We're going to add Sending a Little Love at the top. In our die set, we have a small accent heart. I'm going to take that and I'm going to die cut out 2 red hearts and 1 pink using the same colors of cardstock. I thought we would add hearts to the center of these flowers. Okay, I'm going to add a little glue to the flower centers, and then we're going to add a heart think that would be really cute. We'll go 3 red hearts in the flower centers. I'm going to go ahead and use my Glossy Accents and go over those hearts that we just added. And that will finish off that card. Super cute card. We're going to jump into our next card project. For my next card, we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. This piece here is from our Foundations 3 die set. So is this piece. I'm going to actually create a background. I thought this little piece with the arrows on it was super fun. I'm going to die cut out a background with this. And then with this piece, I'm going to use the smaller one. And then we're going to die cut out our typewriter. For my typewriter, we're going to use the same blue pattern paper that we used for our first card. And then we have 3 extra pieces. This piece, and this piece. These all create our typewriter. I need some gray pattern paper. I've seen some in here. Let me grab some of this. Okay, and we're going to die cut out these typewriter elements with our gray polka dot paper, and then this piece is our typewriter paper. So I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock for this. Okay, so we have these 2 flowers from Foundation 9 die set. I'm going to just use white cardstock for that since we have a lot of color in here. I think that'll be real pretty. And then 2 single leaves with green cardstock, and then using the heart that is in our love letter kit, I'm going to die cut out 1 heart with the red pattern paper and then 1 heart with the pink pattern paper. So I'll run everything through my die cut machine and we're going to create card number 2. Once everything is die cut, we're going to take our arrow pattern paper, and I have another A2 size card base. Mine are top folding. I'm going to go ahead and layer this directly on the front along with my pink cardstock. Just using our tape runner, we'll go ahead and adhere this. Okay, we have this piece here. We're going to put down the middle here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take our foam. We're just going to punch this out. We'll punch out the inside. And I'm going to take this piece here that will fit perfectly behind our paper. I'm going to line it up. Actually, you know what we need to do? Before we tack this down, I'm going to add this piece to our typewriter. I'm going to just go ahead and add some adhesive here. And line it up behind our typewriter. Figure out our placement. I know I want it centered. I think that might be a nice spot. I think that looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to line up this piece. And we already put adhesive behind here. We're just going to tack this down. So we know where our typewriter paper is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper off of our foam. And we'll place this directly on our card base. I'm going to use the same toppings that we used for our first card. We're just going to fill it up. I want a lot of sparkle for this one. So we're filling it up pretty good. Okay, we're going to take one of our acetate pieces. I'll take the backing off of our foam. I love how easily it comes off. And then we'll tack down our acetate right over our shaker. This one doesn't shake too much because I filled it up pretty good, but it sure has a lot of sparkle. Okay, now we have this is our paper piece. We're going to go ahead and add some adhesive behind here. We're going to tack this down right on the top part of our typewriter. This is our typewriter paper. Okay, and then we have our typewriter base. I'm going to add some adhesive behind here. And then I have a piece of white cardstock that we can put behind it so our typewriter keys are white. You could use any color you want. I'm going to add some more adhesive. And then this is going to go right over our foam. I love typewriters on cards. Now this is kind of a little bit of a delicate piece, so rather than using my tape runner, I'm going to use a little bit of glue. And this is going to be tacked down in the center of our typewriter, right over our shaker. And that is our typewriter. So much fun. Okay, we have a couple hearts that I want to put right in the center of our paper. I'm going to use some adhesive for this. And I'm not, I think I'm just maybe just use one. Let's see. I was thinking we would add two. I think I'm just going to add one today. I'm going to put one right in the center. That way we can still see the shiny element behind our acetate. Okay, I have these flowers. And I didn't mention this, but I switched the flowers out from the ones I shared with you that we were die cutting. I thought these two layered better together. And we can use this behind this flower so it's the same height as our typewriter. You put it over here. Okay, we're going to take our greeting. Kind of overlapping the flower a little bit, and I did adjust the leaves. Okay, I'm going to bring in some iridescent bubbles, and I'm just going to add one to my flower center here. I'm going to use my Glossy Accents. We're going to go over this heart here, give it a little shine to go with our shiny paper, and that will finish my second card. I just love the way this looks. I love the way it sounds. Let's take a look at both cards that we made today with the Queen & Co.'s Love Letter Kit. Some fun cards. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.